Hello and welcome, I'm BluenoseLJ. In this video, I want to quickly address our goalkeeping situation. Now, it's been rumoured recently that Carlo Ancelotti has stated that he's not entirely happy with the performances of Jordan Pickford. For any Everton fan out there, this is probably not news, as I think that we've been saying this for the past 2 seasons. When Jordan Pickford first came, I thought that he was a really good prospect, and some of the performances he put in that first season were really good. And I was really looking forward to him progressing as an Everton player. He made it into the England team. Some of the World Cup performances were awesome. But since then, he seems to have steadily gone downhill. And he's making a lot of mistakes that he shouldn't be making. And not only are they mistakes that he shouldn't be making, but they're costing us points. He's literally costing us games, and they are becoming regular. All goalkeepers make mistakes. That's just part of being a football player. But the mistakes are regular. They're coming into every single game, and he's not exactly filling our defense with confidence. I was watching a video of some of the performances of Tim Howard, and you could see that the confidence of the defense, that they knew that even if a player managed to get past them, they still had Tim Howard to beat. Whereas I don't think that our defense has that confidence in Jordan Pickford. Now, I don't want to say that Jordan Pickford is a bad goalkeeper. I don't believe that Jordan Pickford is a bad goalkeeper. I think Jordan Pickford is a really, really good goalkeeper. Some of the saves that he makes are world class. The problem is that in the same game that he's just made a world class save, in fact, maybe even two, he makes a mistake that literally then costs us the game, or it costs us points. And that is happening regularly, and it needs to stop. So we have two options, and that is that the performances of Jordan Pickford improve, or I say the performances, the mistakes that Jordan Pickford is making have to stop, and they have to stop on this regular basis, or we bring in a new goalkeeper to replace him. Now, in order to sort out the mistakes that Jordan Pickford is making, we have to figure out why he's making those mistakes. That's not something that we can do. That's something that Jordan Pickford and Carlo Ancelotti will have to sort out. Why is he making those mistakes? He seems to lose concentration. I don't know what it is. We can only speculate, but that's something that Jordan Pickford has to resolve. He has to stop making those mistakes. Or the option is to bring in a new goalkeeper. Now, the problem, we have Lossell, and we also have Virginia. I don't think that either of those options are replacements for Jordan Pickford. So I don't think that keeping Lossell and Virginia and Pickford is going to push Pickford. Lossell is not going to replace Pickford. Let's put it that way. So I don't think the goalkeeping options that we have allow us to maybe put Pickford as second choice goalkeeper. We don't have a goalkeeper capable of doing that. Lossell is a second choice goalkeeper. I think he's an okay goalkeeper, but he's not going to push Jordan Pickford as our number one. I wouldn't want to see Lossell as our number one goalkeeper. So we would have to bring somebody in. Now, the problem with that is that we're not going to bring in a goalkeeper and keep Jordan Pickford. Jordan Pickford isn't going to become the number two goalkeeper. So because we've spent so much money on that, and we have so many other positions to sort out. So we're not going to do that in this transfer window. Maybe next year it might happen, but right now We can't do that. So in this transfer window, we have the choice of selling Jordan Pickford and bringing in another goalkeeper. Now that leaves us with two problems. One, who do we sell him to? Chelsea were rumoured at one point, but after the season that Jordan Pickford had, I don't know if they're going to be interested. There is no news about Jordan Pickford, anybody being interested in Pickford. He's on a lot of wages, and he's also, I mean, we paid £30 million for him. I can't imagine Everton trying to sell him off cheap. So we would at least be expecting to get our money back, I would have thought. And that's 30 million. And for a goalkeeper that is making the mistakes that he's making, that is it's a gamble for anybody else. So I'm not sure that anybody would actually come in with the money that we would need in order to sell him. Now, the second problem with that is that if we do sell Jordan Pickford, who do we bring in? Now, I've looked at a couple of goalkeepers and I've made a little list. They're all English goalkeepers, or they're all playing in England anyway. Not all English goalkeepers, but they are all in England. Most of them are English. I haven't really looked abroad. I don't really know who that we could bring in from abroad. But so we have literally, I think, the options that we could possibly get would be Nick Pope from Burnley. He's 28 years old. Good goalkeeper. Is he better than Pickford? I'm not sure if he's a better goalkeeper than Pickford, but he's not making the mistakes that Jordan Pickford makes. So he's an option. Whether he would come, I don't know. Then I think the most likely out of all of these would be Sergio Romero from Manchester United. That with Manchester United and wanting to keep Henderson and obviously De Gea they have. So Sergio Romero could be an option that we get. He's 33. He still has a few years left at the top level. So that could be an option. Jack Butland of Stoke. Now, apparently he's up for grabs at something like 8 million. Personally, I would say no. He's only 27 years old, but he's actually from Bristol, the same as me. So I don't think that he's good enough to replace Pickford, but there are a lot of Everton fans out there that have actually mentioned his name. So it's a possibility. Maybe as a backup, I'm not too sure, but I don't think we're going to spend 8 million on a backup goalkeeper right now. Apparently, Joe Hart today is having a medical at Spurs. Could that be an option? Would that be a possibility that we could jump in front of Spurs? I wouldn't like Joe Hart there. I don't think that the personality fits the Everton team squad and what we look for in a player. I don't think that Joe Hart fits that. He's a good goalkeeper, 33 years old, so still has some years left in him. And then the only other goalkeeper I could think of that we could possibly sign would be Tom Heaton. He's 34 from Villa, but again, I don't think he's the option. So yeah, I think our goalkeeping options are quite limited where we are right now. But hey, tell me what you think. Who do you think that we should sign? Should we keep Pickford? Should we try? Should we give him one more year? I think that's what's going to happen. We won't sign anybody this year. We won't get rid of Pickford this year. I think Pickford will be our goalkeeper next year. But tell me what you think in the comments below. Who would you like us to go for if we could get rid of Pickford, or do you think that we should give Pickford another year? I don't think we've got much options in goal at the moment, and so I think Jordan Pickford stays for another year. doesn't get pushed because he doesn't have anybody behind him. Let's hope that Carlo Ancelotti can sort him out. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already. You can join me now on Patreon as well. There's a link in the description. And I'll see you on my next video.